Hello students, Jai Hind, good morning, welcome back. In our last lecture number 10, we have taken application of one particular identity, that is a square minus b square equals to a plus b into a minus b. Okay, dear student? Now, in today's lecture, in our lecture number 11 today, I am going to explain you. Actually, target is in today's lecture is to understand splitting term method. That is our main target. But dear student, for understanding splitting term method, at least the basic of compound factorization is necessary, means how to take out common. Okay, so dear student, today lecture number 11, okay, chapter 5, algebraic expression. Actually, dear student, what I am going to explain you first, understand, that is, you need to learn how to take out common. Okay, that is only called one type of compound factorization. Actually, you cannot consider it application of any identity, not at all. You just have to understand how to take out common. That's important. Okay, now dear student, let us at least practice some 2 to 3 examples how to take out common. Okay, suppose dear student, then I will explain you compound factorization. First I am explaining to you how to take, please note down, how to take common factor. Okay, how to take common factor, that I am explaining you first. It's not so difficult, dear student, but you have to just forget the concept of primary if you are taught how to take out common. You are in high school now and you have to be conscious enough and you need to understand how to take out common directly from two given terms. Okay, suppose dear student, I give this way. Suppose 2x square y plus 10 xy cube. Okay, suppose I have given such example and I am asking you to take out common from this. Always remember, understand properly how to take out common. See dear student, whenever there is a question of taking out common, you have to first concentrate on coefficient, that is the real number. See, here is 2 and here is 10. First your concentration has to be on number. From 2 and 10, dear student, we can take out 2 as common. Why? I am just giving you idea If you factorize 2 into, then it is 2 into 1. If you factorize 10, 2 into 5. What is common between these two number 2? That's why 2 is common. And actually that way also you can think, understand, actually when we are taking out common from two terms, at least as the number are concerned, we are taking out HCF as common. From 2 and 10, we are taking out 2 common. Try to understand 2 common. As far as variable are concerned, here x square, here x. When you take out common the minimum power of the variable, so x common. From y and y cube, y common. Okay, now dear student, very important. What is to be written in the bracket now? What is common from here? 2, 1x, 1y. So what is left here? Only x. You understood this? 2 is common out of the x square. 1x is common and a y is common, so x plus. Here dear student, 2 how many ja? 10, 5 ja. X taken out common. From y cube, y is common, so what is left actually? Y square. So this is the way common can be possible. Suppose let us take one more example of taking out common, dear student. Suppose I give this way: 10 a square b cube minus, suppose 15 a b square. Suppose dear student, you are asked to take out common from both this term. Your first concentration has to be on number. Understood? Number you need to concentrate first. Here number 10, here 15. What can be taken out common from 10 and 15? So dear student, if you find HCF of 10 and 15, what are the factor of 10? 5 2 ja. What are the factor of 15? 5 3 ja. 5 is common. Understand? So first dear student, 5 common. From variable minimum power, from a square and a, you can take out a is common. From b cube and b square, minimum power, b square is common. Now what to write in bracket? 5 how many ja? 10, 2 ja. From a square, a is common, so a. From b cube, b square is common, so 1b is left. 5 how many ja? 15, 3 ja. A is taken out common, b square is taken out common, so nothing in the next term. Clear in your mind? This is necessary for you to understand compound factorization. One more, you should learn to take out common. Okay, suppose I give you this way, dear student: 3x square plus 21x, and I ask you to take out common. Two terms are 3x square and 21x, and we have to understand what to take out as common, concentrate dear student. First your concentration has to be on number. What can be taken out common from 3 and 21? 3 1 ja, 3 7 ja, 21. 3 is common. So first you will write 3 as common. X square and x, minimum power of variable is common. Now what will be left in the bracket? 3 is common. From x square, x is common, so only 1x is left. 3, how many ja? 21, 7 ja, x is common already. Please be watchful dear student, because taking out common is compulsory for you to understand. I would like to take at least one or two example from textbook itself, understand, so that it becomes very clear in your mind how to take out common. Okay, let me take one example from textbook. Okay, suppose dear student, if I give this way, one more, 6a raised to 4b square minus 18a square b raised to 4. Simple question of, when you take out common, you need to concentrate on number first. 6 and 18, 6 1 ja, 6 3 ja, 6 is common. Minimum power of the variable a raised to 4 and a square is common. Now in bracket 6 is common. From a raised to 4, see still b square is also common. Okay, a 6 common, a square common, b square, so here only a square left. 6, how many ja? 18, 3 ja, a square is common. From b raised to 4, b square is common, so just b square, it's over. This is what, dear student, very important for you to learn and understand. Okay, so just now I have explained you how to take out common from two terms each, understand. After we understood how to take out common, let us understand compound factorization. Okay, I am explaining to you now compound factorization. Okay, this is how I just taught you how to take out common, which is very important for you to understand. Now we are concentrating on compound factorization, which actually involves application of this only, understand. Let me write one example. Now the real example of compound factorization we are targeting. Okay dear student, I am writing the instruction now, factorize, and I will write question here. Okay, factorize. Question number 1, suppose you are given this way, 6x square y minus 9xy, please note down, minus 9xy plus 4xz minus 6yz. Okay dear student, why it is called compound factorization? Because here you will take out, actually in this polynomial you are given 4 terms. You have to take out common from 2 terms each. That means you will make a pair of the terms and take out common. That's why this is called compound factorization. Suppose I make a pair of these 2 terms and then this 2 term. I have to take out common, okay? What is common between 6 and 9? 3 2 ja, 3 3 ja, 3 is common. X square and x minimum power is common, okay? Y not existing in this term. Now concentrate, dear student. From 6 and 9, 3 is common. X square and x is common. Now what will be here in the bracket? 3, how many ja? 6, 2 ja and x, okay? Because from x square x is common. 3, how many ja? 9, 3 ja, x is common, so y. Now as we have taken out common from the first 2 terms, similarly you will also take out common from the next 2 terms. Here plus sign, so as it is. What is common from these 2 number 4 and 6? Factor of 4, 2 2 ja, 2 3 ja, 2 is common. X is here, y is here, but z is common, so z is common. 2z. What will be left in the bracket? 2, how many ja? 4, 2 2 ja. Z is common, so x left. 2, how many ja? 6, 3 ja. Z is common, so y is left. Now dear student, after this first step, watch polynomial now, understand carefully. What you can, this is one term, this is another term. This we got by taking out common from this 2 terms. This we got by taking out common from this 2 terms. Are you able to see a common bracket? Yes. 2x minus 3y, 2x minus 3y is common. So let me take out the whole bracket as common. So I will write in the first bracket 2x minus 3y. Because we have taken out bracket as common, what is left here? Can you say this is common? 3x plus this is already taken out as common. What is left here? 2z. This is your final answer. Please be watchful how we have solved this particular example. This is called compound factorization. I would like to solve 2 to 3 examples of this type. Understand? Compound factorization. Okay, you must have seen this. I would like to take one more example. Okay, dear student. Suppose you are given like this. Let me write it for you. Understand? Suppose I take some example from textbook also. Suppose you are given this way: ax minus ay, let me take plus, minus bx minus by. I have intentionally taken some digit from textbook, but I have made some changes in the sign to make your concept more clear. Okay, now dear student, let us compound it. I will take out common from pair of two terms each. Here there are no numbers, so nothing to worry about number. When you think about the variable, please be conscious. X, Y are not common, so A is common. Is it clear in your mind? From Ax, A is common. What is left, dear student? X plus A common. Y left. When you are taking out common from the last two term again, what is the sign here? Minus. So minus. See here plus, so we have taken plus. Okay. Here minus, so we have to take minus. Again, there is no question of thinking about the number. Just taking out common, B as common. As B is common, what is left here? X. Here B is common, what is left? Y, but sign change, dear student. That's why intentionally I have taken this example, because minus is common, sign will change, minus minus plus y. Is it clear? If you take out plus common, there will be no change in the sign, but if you take out negative common, sign change is obviously going to occur. Let me take the whole bracket common. X plus y common. Because x plus y is common, what is left here? A. What is left here? B. It is factorized. Understood? One more I would like to take, but before that, just be watchful and verify it. Okay? Let me take another for you, or I just give you a little time to accomplish this. Okay? Suppose the sum is like this way. Two x square, or let me change a little bit. Okay. 2x, let me change it. 9x square plus 81x plus x plus 9. Suppose such example is given to you and you are asked to factorize it. Again a compound factorization. Okay, dear student, concentrate. As I told you, when you take out common, you have to target two terms each. From here, if you factorize 9, it will be 9 1ja. This is 9 9ja. So 9 is common. Minimum power of the variable, okay, x square and x is common. From this first term, please be watchful. 9 is common, x is common, so x left. 9, how many ja? 81, 9 ja, x is already common. So 9x is common, and in bracket x plus 9, here plus sign, so plus. Now dear student, I have intentionally taken this to make you understand one. Is it anything common between these two? No. Number? No. Variable? No. That means nothing can be taken out common from this two term, when you come across such situation that you cannot take out common, always write 1, okay, x plus 9. Because when nothing is common and if you factorize x, x into 1, 9 into 1, 1 is common. Now a complete bracket is common, okay. So let me take x plus 9 as common, this bracket. Because x plus 9 is common, what is left? 9x plus 1. See dear student, this is called compound factorization, okay. It may happen dear student that if I give you any polynomial consisting of 4 terms, I may intentionally, to make you little confused, I may change from textbook the order of the term. Suppose this polynomial I write this first, then this and then this. So it may happen that when you try to take out common from two terms each, you may not be able to get a common bracket. So if such situation occurs dear student that you try to take out common from two terms each, and if it happen that in the first step when you take out common and you do not get a bracket which is common, then you have to calculate the sum again. But when again you calculate, you need to rearrange the term in such a way that when you take out common, you will get a common bracket. Getting common bracket in the first step is compulsory in compound factorization. You need to understand it. Getting common is compulsory, okay. So somewhat this is regarding, okay, compound factorization, okay. Suppose dear student, I would like to take one example so that I can make the concept clear in your mind, okay. Suppose ax square plus by square plus bx square plus ay square. Now dear student, if you be watchful and if you try to take out common, it becomes very difficult for you. What will you take out common from the first two terms? Nothing. Nothing is common. What you will take out common from the last two terms? Nothing. Not possible. That is what the instruction I was delivering you a minute back. When you come across such situation, what you need to do is to rearrange the term, okay. Let me do it. This is ax square. I will take this term ay square. Then I will write bx square and by square. There does not exist any rule for this. It is up to your common sense to group, okay. What is common a? What is left? X square plus y square plus sign. What is common b? X square plus y square. You got a common bracket x square plus y square. Let us take out it as common and a plus b is left. This is called, dear student, compound factorization. Why we understood compound factorization? Because it is going to be very useful when we understand splitting term method. That is very important for you to understand splitting term method. Understand, right? So this concept, before you understand splitting term method, this concept of compound factorization has to be very clear in your mind, okay? Because I have seen students even in upper standard not able to do this. So this should not happen with you, understand? Because you are attending online classes at home, but you have to be very conscious in making your basics of maths very clear, understand? So this is compound factorization. Okay, dear student, let us take the next method of splitting term method. Okay, now we are targeting splitting term method. What we will do in splitting term method, when I teach one particular example, one such example of the same type, I will give in SLP. SLP, you know, self-learning practice, instantaneously. You have to solve in 2 to 3 minutes time in your book. Then I will solve the same example here and you have to just verify, okay? But dear student, before I explain you splitting term, I have to explain you one more thing. Understand what is that? Because these are basic concept to understand splitting term method. One, you should know compound factorization, that means how to take out common between the two terms first. Now this is what we are doing is conceptual necessity, understand, for splitting term method. What is that? Suppose, dear student, if I ask you list out factor of 50, suppose my question is list out factor pair of 50, means two number whose multiplication will give 50. So suppose I may write this way, 1 into 50, why not? 150 ja 50. If I take 2, 225 ja 50. 3 for we have to forget, 5, 5 10 ja 50. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 5 ja, you do not have to repeat, it is the similar. 25 2 ja, you do not have to repeat, means how many factor pair for 53? This is 1, 2 and 3. Now dear student, try to understand. This is going to be a concept in understanding splitting term. These are factor of 50, that is sure. If I add them, I get 51. If I subtract them, I get 49. Understand? These two numbers are factor of 50, 51 ja, but at the same time this needs to be understood. 1 and 50 are such factor of 50 whose addition is 51 and subtraction is 49. Similarly, dear student, 2 and 25 are definitely factor of 50, but if I add them, I get 27. If I subtract them, I get 23. Similarly, dear student, 5 and 10 are factor of 50. If I add them, I get 15. If I subtract that, I get 5. Now, if I ask you reverse question from this, which factor of 50 whose addition is 15, 5 10 ja? Which are the factor of 50 whose subtraction is 49? 150 ja. This is the logic you will encounter again and again and again when you solve example based on splitting term method. Okay, suppose dear student, though we are not live in recorded lecture you are attending, but if I ask any question to you, please think in your mind. Suppose I ask you, list out the factor of 10 whose addition is 7. So it has to struck in your mind. How many factor of 10? 1 into 10, 2 into 5. So can you tell me which are the factor of 10 whose addition is 7? 2 5 ja. This is the logic, dear student. And you need to understand this logic very well. Suppose I ask you, give me the factor of 21 whose subtraction is 4. So now it will struck in your mind, 7 3 ja 21, 7 minus 3 equal to 4. Suppose, dear student, can you tell me the factor of 40 whose addition is 13? Is it strucking in your mind? Such factor of 40 whose addition is 13, 5 8 ja, 5 8 ja 40, 5 plus 8 13. Can you tell me factor of 40 whose subtraction is 6? Yes, 10 4 ja, 10 4 ja 40, 10 minus 4 6. This is the concept requirement, dear student, in understanding splitting term method. And remember one thing very clearly, why I am giving so much importance to this, because throughout the lifetime you will study every now and then in algebra you will come across splitting term method, and those students, remember dear student, those who are not strong at factorization will always feel difficulty in solving chapter 4 of 10th quadratic equation. You will have lots of difficulty in that. So dear student, understand the concept very well. Okay, now let us take one example of splitting term method. Okay, I am writing one example here. Okay, which method we are doing now, you know, understand, I am calling it splitting term method. Okay, splitting term. Let me write one example here, and please make your basics very clear in this. Okay, suppose I give you this way example, x square. Okay, let me write it. This is the example for you. X square plus, understand, x square plus 9x plus 18. Now dear student, in this particular example, try to understand basics of how to solve this polynomial, how to factorize this polynomial by application of splitting term method. What to do first? Your complete concentration has to be on this number, this sign, and this number. Okay, dear student? 3 underlines. Your concentration needs to be on last number, last sign, and middle number. That is required. Okay. Now I am speaking out the logic of splitting term method. What I am speaking out, please concentrate. 18. This sign and this number. I am speaking one sentence and you roll your pen as I roll. First I am striking here and speaking the logic. Such factor of 18. See, I am speaking such factor of 18 whose addition, I am speaking the word addition because plus sign. If here minus, I will speak the word subtraction, speaking again. Such factor of 18 whose addition is plus 9. Okay. So dear student, you have to find factor of this number. After you practice some examples, think it orally. Okay. Just now, so suppose I list out 1 18 ja, 2 9 ja, 3 6 ja. Okay. Can you find such factor pair from this whose multiplication is no doubt 18 because they are factor of 18, but whose addition is 9? Yes, this is 6 plus 3, 9. You got the factor? Understood the logic what I spoke? Such factor of 18 whose addition is 9 factor are found. Let me list them out. X square, instead of 9x plus 9x, we will write those factor plus 3x plus 6x. See, I have not written this, splitted with this factor plus 18. First term as it is, last term as it is, but this term is splitted as 3x and 6x when we found the factor. Now compound factorization. Common from two terms each. What is common from here? Only x. Because no number means 1. 1 cannot be taken out as common. Simply we don't take 1. What is left? From x square, x is common, so x left. From here, x is common, 3 left. Okay. Plus sign. X is not common number. From 6 and 18, try to understand. From 6 and 18, what is common? 6. So let us take 6 as common. What is left here? X. Plus sign, so no sign, and 6, how many ja? 18, 3 ja. You got the common bracket. That's the demand. So bracket is common x plus 3 and in next bracket x plus 6. One example of splitting term method we have done. Rest of the example we will continue in next lecture number 12. Okay. So homework for today's lecture is, dear student, this is your homework for today's lecture. Please note down homework. few illustration examples you have to do, that is example 27 you will do. Example means, dear student, illustration, no? 27. From assignment 5.5 you will do example number 2. This is your homework. Please quickly note down. Illustration, that means example 27, and from assignment 5.5 you will do example 2 completely. This is homework for today's lecture. We will continue the practice of splitting term method more in our next lecture. Okay, dear student, thank you very much.